Holy cow, you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug on your TV tonight.
But Daddy, I want to watch Monday Night Football.
Forget about Monday Night Football. There's no other thing we're going to watch on Monday but Rabbi Doug.
Yeah, Rabbi Doug on TV tonight. We're going to see Rabbi Doug. Oh, everybody talk about Doug.
Shalom and welcome to Taped with Rabbi Doug. Glad you could be with us. My guest today is Rabbi William Kanter.
Hi, Doug.
He is the president of Religious Zionists of Chicago. And as we finally call him Bill, welcome, Rabbi Bill.
I think officially my title says Rabbi William, but I should go by Bill more, because we know each other as Bill for many years.
But so Rabbi Kanter, tell me, Religious Zionists of Chicago, which you are the president of, is an organization which is a fundamental institution for religious Jewish life in the Chicago area and around the world. And this is the Chicago chapter of a worldwide organization which is really a political organization, and Israel is really the basis that religious Zionists are founded on. Can you tell me a little bit about the history and the origin of religious Zionists, or as it's known, Hapoal Hamizrachi, as a political organization, and how the social and educational branches of that organization have spread around the world?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. It's wonderful to be here and to be able to speak about Mizrachi. Mizrachi has been around for over 100 years, and it was really created in 1902 by Yaakov Yitzchak Reines in Vilna, who was a tremendous Talmid Chacham, and he wanted to start something that was a response or worked with the secular Zionists who were building up the land of Israel, to say we need a religious presence there also, we need to build up the land. It was started, it really over in America and outside of Israel, it's as much as an educational organization as it is a religious one, and as a political one. In Israel, of course, it's political, Mafdal, the National Religious Party. Here it is an educational one, and we educate people to say that Israel is where we belong. We have to be in Israel, support Israel, build up Israel, whether it's through our own presence, our visiting, our money, and do it according to halakha, according to Jewish law. That's the message of Mizrachi. It has had a glorious past in terms of the growth that it's caused the modern-day state of Israel to achieve. If not for Mizrachi, the modern-day state of Israel would not have its religious flavor that it has. It would be a state, a secular state totally, not just the government, but it would be. We've created a network of yeshivot hesder. We've created a network of opanot and of Bnei Akiva to build up the land according to halakha, according to Jewish law, according to the Torah. That's what our message is, and we all should be there, or try to work towards going there.
Now, obviously, besides the religious aspect of it, the key to Hapoal Hamizrachi, to religious Zionists, is the Zionism. That this is the Orthodox Jewish branch of Zionism. People who are Orthodox, not every Orthodox Jew is a Zionist, unfortunately. They don't support the government in the state of Israel. And Mizrachi, Hapoal Hamizrachi, Religious Zionists, is an organization that combines what people would know as secular Zionism and Orthodox life together, where the combination bring a different type of thought pattern, a different type of attitude towards Israel, starting with the youth group, Bnei Akiva. Bnei Akiva was something that you and I both grew up in.
Sure.
It was a group that not only taught us friendship and social values, but taught us religious social values along with it. Can you tell me a little bit of the origin of Bnei Akiva and how it came about as part of the big organization of Hapoal Hamizrachi? When
Hapoal Hamizrachi was begun, it was understood that we needed to have a youth movement, a strong youth movement. The Chovei Tzion movement, the Lovers of Zion, were as a secular group, but we needed to have a youth movement, an educational system put in place so that future generations would remain in Mizrachi and would remain steadfast to the desire of building up the land of Israel. So the Bnei Akiva movement began almost from its inception of Mizrachi as a strong movement, It was big in Lithuania, in Poland. It sent a lot of people, was responsible for sending a lot of people, Chalutzim pioneers, to Israel as religious olim. And it began a network of Moshavot, of camps. We went to Moshava. I went to Moshava. There are many Moshavot. There's
Wild Rose.
We went to Wild Rose. There's several in North America. There's many throughout the world. And sponsoring other programs and other yeshivot and El Panot that it has. The Bnei Akiva movement is strong. It is vibrant. I walk into the Religious Zionist Center, which is in Skokie now. It's moved. When we were growing up, it was on Arthur in Chicago. Before that, it was Devon.
It was on Foster,
and it was on Roosevelt Road.
Roosevelt Road on the west
side.
On
the west side in the 30s when they started. They had a building. But I walk in there now, and they're meeting about events. The Bnei Akiva, the high school kids are meeting. There's a shliach right now who came in from Israel to help out. It's a wonderful movement. It's a wonderful youth group, and it's tremendous to see the next generation, as we were the next generation, a part of things.
Would you say there's a change in Bnei Akiva from when we were kids? Bnei Akiva, when we were kids, we know people our age who picked up and moved to Israel. The main theme of Bnei Akiva was go to Camp Moshava, then go on Hachshara to, when you finish high school, to a kibbutz in Israel, along with learning and studying, and follow that up with Aliyah, moving to Israel. That isn't quite the same as it was in the past. What do you attribute the change to, and what do you attribute the future to be?
The change is, there's two reasons. First of all, kids today have many more interests than coming out to a youth group. Everybody has a computer in their room, and everybody has instant messaging and cell phones and computer games. They're much more likely to stay at home. Those committed come out are strong, but that's one difference. The other difference is Mizrachi. We like to have people realize that we are a self-defeating organization in the sense that our best people should go to Israel and build up Yesha, Yehuda, Shomron, and Aza, build up the communities that are currently the most thriving communities in Eretz Yisrael, our alumni, both Chicago Mizrachi and World Mizrachi. So those who are left here to build up the organization, to keep the organization, are those who have somewhat not taken that dream. So as generations go on, you have more people who are more committed, but there are less of them. And I think that plus the combination of everybody has different, a thing to do when I was young was to hang out in the Lishka. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't happen the same way, the same number. You walk in there were 10, 12 people, 15 people meeting. I was there last week, but there's not the same huge amount of number.
30 or 40.
30, 40,
like we were young.
Right, it doesn't happen.
What do you think, as president of Mizrachi, what do you think of the organization as the Chicago area's chapter of a worldwide organization? Are we strong? Do we have growing numbers? Are we stagnant in our membership? The same people who were my friends' parents that were members of Mizrachi are still members of Mizrachi now. Right. Their children, who are you and me, are members of Mizrachi now. We were members of Bnei Akiva. Are we growing? Are we leveled off?
I think we're starting to grow again. I think for a while there was no push to grow. I think that we're starting to grow again because I think, and this is a theme that I've had since I became president of Mizrachi back in July, and that is that the modern Orthodox or Mizrachi community is searching for what I call that we have, concept that I say is we have Torat Emet also. No, it's not just whether it's the right-wing element, and I'm proud to say that I'm not only president of Mizrachi, but I am a member of Agudas Yisrael. I'm a paid member, and I've been for many years because we're both they're both correct.
Valid organizations.
Valid organizations, but there's a whole community, whether it's in West Rogers Park, whether it's in Skokie, it's in Highland Park, it's in other suburbs, Buffalo Grove. I don't want to miss anybody, whoever this is going to be shown, but. That's yearning to say, see, we're kosher, and we have halacha on our side, and we have Eretz Yisrael, Medinat Yisrael, and it's done according to halacha, as our motto is, the land of Israel, the people of Israel, the land of Israel, according to the Torah of Israel, according to the Torah and to halacha. That's our message, and I think people are now starting. I've seen this in my friends who are getting involved with me, that they are yearning for that. The idea of bringing Kol Torah Mitzion, which we bought in almost 10 years ago now, to have a Rosh Kollel and 5, 6, 7.
Let me explain that. A kollel is a Jewish school for higher learning where people learn full-time. They receive a stipend in the meantime to learn full-time. And this is so we have more Torah scholars to teach in the future. And this kollel was brought to Chicago of Bnei Akiva, Mizrachi people.
And Hesder
Yeshiva people, which are Bnei Akiva Yeshiva people in Israel who go to the army and study in Yeshiva. And it was brought to Chicago to bring more people into the learning fold with the same views and values of Zionism and religious Zionism.
Right, and that's the response. There's many kollelim, there are many such centers where people come to learn, but there was no Mizrachi kollel. So the Mizrachi kollels have gone around. There are several throughout the United States. There are many throughout the world who have gone around and said, we learn also. We're committed to Torah. Yet we've served in the army. We support the state of Israel. We support Medinat Yisrael. And there's a yearning from the whole community to say that we're also part of that. We also can learn with the best of them. We also can be committed and be modern Orthodox Jews and also be religious Zionists.
So tell me this, Rabbi Kanter. When people who are not religious, are not observant, I don't like the word religious, Jewish people who are not observant, and non-Jewish people think of an Orthodox Jew, they think of people with a black hat, with a long black coat, possibly with not payas like we have, sideburns, but long curly sideburns. What is the difference when someone comes along there and they say, that's an Orthodox Jew, and then they come along and they see someone from Mizrachi, they say, how could that be an Orthodox Jew? They don't look like an Orthodox Jew. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I know our viewers ask those questions about us.
So the appearance doesn't make the person whether an Orthodox Jew, a religious Jew, or non-Jew. It's your commitment to halakha, your commitment to doing things, running your life according to Jewish law.
So wearing a knitted yarmulke or a felt yarmulke doesn't make a difference on how religious or how observant
not at all. I think I'm as religious as the next guy, and I wear a knitted kippah, and there are people who don't wear a kippah for work, whatever reason. It has to do with your commitment to Shabbat, to kashrut, to lashon, to speaking correctly, to praying, to learning, to setting times for learning.
Family purity, to fill-in, tali, davening, praying 3 times a day.
And there are plenty of people who are committed Jews, who are as religious as, and don't rather feel the need or want to dress up a certain way, whether that dress is a response to a certain political system or a certain outlook in life that you want to show. Someone once told me, I said, why do you have to wear a hat? Does it matter? He said, it's like a button. We're wearing a button that we hold this way. Okay, if you need to wear a button, you wear a hat. I need to wear a hat, something on my head because it's a custom to wear something on our head to say that there's a creator above us. Beyond that, I don't need to show my Judaism. I live it, I feel it, I have it in me. It's part of me.
And you observe it.
And I observe it, and I learn daily, and I pray daily with them inyan, and I run my life according to how I feel is correct. But again, they're not. No one. These people, the black hat are not wrong. That's their outlook, and wonderful. What is unfortunate, going back to Mizrachi, is that they can't understand, or they don't understand well enough the miracle that was the founding of the state of Israel. Mm-hmm. This is something that whatever side of the spectrum you're on, whether you're religious or not, or whether you're ultra-Orthodox or not, you should be able to see that in 1948 there was a miracle happened, a political miracle, a military miracle. My father-in-law fought in the Israeli army. He grew up near Haifa. He fought in the Israeli army. He was 16 years old in the 48 war. He said they had nothing. They had Arab armies, tanks, and airplanes. They had nothing, and they won. It was an absolute miracle. And whether the state is religious or not, which is one of the arguments of the ultra-Orthodox, it's not a religious state. Shabbos is not kept by the government. That misses the point. The point is that for the first time we have a nation, a country we can live in, that we can go to freely. First time in 2,000 years, the government cannot turn against you because you're Jewish. Mm-hmm. Never happened before. It's the first time in years we can be proud of our Jewish homeland. That was a miracle, and we can go there, including the ultra-Orthodox communities and yeshivot that are existing in Israel, because there is a defense force, an Israeli defense force, protecting them.
That's right.
That should be realized by everybody.
I think it's wonderful. I think the video that we're about to show that you brought with you from Religious Zionists of Chicago really sums up what has been done in the Chicago community to promote religious Zionism, and what a wonderful organization it is. So we're going to take you there right now. Stay with us here on Taped with Rabbi Doug, and come take a look at the Religious Zionists of Chicago, Hapoal Hamizrachi.
Mizrachi Hapoal Hamizrachi is the worldwide organization for religious Zionists. Founded almost 100 years ago, the Mizrachi movement is involved in educational, social welfare, and settlement activity in Eretz Yisrael. Here in Chicago, Mizrachi offers religious Jews the opportunity to grow spiritually, educationally, and personally. Our central focus is to establish in each of our members a lifelong love of and commitment to Israel, and an appreciation of Israel as our homeland and a gift from God.
Those of us who were religious felt that we had better become a party organized to further and advance and improve upon the ideals and the goals of the religious element of the Jewish people of the world. And that's what Mizrachi represents. The Zionist organization is the one that summoned Jews all over the world to join together in order to reclaim the soil of the Holy Land and to build a Jewish state there.
And all Americans are influenced by that fact that Israel is in existence. In fact, all the Jews in the world are. And part of the process of helping Israel was the Mizrachi organizations as such.
We're very fortunate in America. We're in a democracy. But there are places all over the world where Jews don't have it as good as we have it here in America. And we have to remember that we're part of the world Jewish community. We have a relationship with other Jews all over the world.
Mizrachi is part of our life. We believe in religious Zionism, and it's our opportunity to be part of a group that fosters and promotes religious Zionism. A connection to Israel and a connection to the religious aspect of Israel.
The Mizrachi organization reflects my personal feelings, what I feel as a, committed Jew, religious Jew. Torah v'avoda. It's the people of Israel, the land of Israel, the Torah of Israel, and it's the only organization today that puts all three together. I think that Religious Zionists of Chicago equates to what it means to be a religious and Zionist Jew, and I think it's the only game in town.
What we do is we try to inculcate in the community a feeling and commitment associated with religious Zionism. What we do through our several chapters that we have throughout the Chicago area is we foster interest, public support, and charitable support for humanitarian projects in the state of Israel.
If you share in an ideal, namely to rebuild the country of Israel, then you work for that philosophy.
Bnei Akiva was everything.
Yeah, every Shabbos was sniffed during the week, stuff going on, going to Lishka, working.
We lived at the Lishka as kids. That's where we were. That was the whole center of our existence, was our going to Moshava every summer and our participation in Bnei Akiva during the week.
Bnei Akiva is an integral part of the Mizrachi movement, providing children with a variety of programming. Mizrachi houses Bnei Akiva activities in our Lishka, located on Dempster Street in Skokie. Children from all synagogues are welcome to participate in Bnei Akiva activities. On Shabbat and Yamim Tovim, snifim, or group activities, are held at the Lishka and at various synagogues throughout the Chicago area. One holiday that is especially exciting is Simchat Torah. There is something inspiring about doing hakafot with the Bnei Akiva minyan. In addition, special outings are planned at other times. These include such activities as whirly ball, roller skating, and scavenger hunts. Activities are always fun and innovative and help our youth develop good social skills, all in the context of a Torah lifestyle.
During the summer, Mizrachi's Camp Moshava offers children entering grades 4 through 12 an outstanding summer camping experience.
Nestled deep in the Wisconsin pines, the camp is serene, rustic, and beautiful. Here, in an Orthodox Jewish environment, children come to play hard, to work, to learn, and to live together. The skills they acquire during a summer at Camp Moshava are not just the skills they need to compete in sports, but also the ones they need to compete in life.
Camp Moshava embodies the ideals of Bnei Akiva, Torah va'avodah, a Torah-observant and working society.
Lifelong friendships are formed at Moshava. Children develop positive Jewish identities and a love for the Bnei Akiva lifestyle. One of the goals of Camp Moshava is to help children develop a sense of their own independence, even while they learn what it is to be a valued member of a team.
Fostering a deep and abiding love for Israel is another of Camp Moshava's goals and is accomplished by teaching campers about Israel through play, special projects, and shiurim at camp.
Jerusalem, I can still recall.
Growing up in Camp Moshava has had a tremendous impact on my lifestyle. I think that probably the major motivation behind my making Aliyah was all of the summers that I spent in Camp Moshava.
We consider it our goal to encourage Aliyah, since repopulating our land is vital to Judaism's survival.
It's been a dream of ours to make Aliyah for over 20 years. Tonight's our 19th wedding anniversary, and we were planning to make Aliyah from before we got married. So we're going to be doing it.
The Chicago chapter of Mizrahi participates in the worldwide Mizrahi Ma'ot Chitim program, providing needy Jews in Israel with Passover supplies. In addition, each Mizrahi chapter supports an individual project in Israel. Our annual campaign enables us to support the Hesder Yeshivot. These are yeshivot that combine Torah learning with army service.
There are many opportunities for social interaction, education, and spiritual growth for Chicago Mizrahi members of all ages. Activities include game nights, book clubs, concerts, and Malava Malkas. Mizrahi's Kollel Torah Mitzion, located at the Ida Crown Jewish Academy, brings dedicated young Torah scholars to our community. The Kollel members are available for shiurim, for individual chevrutot, or for any other learning opportunity that meets the needs of our diverse community.
Indeed, education is one of the focuses of the Mizrahi organization. Mother-daughter learning sessions, special presentations, regularly scheduled classes, and shiurim are offered. Our goal is to ensure that everyone in the community has a learning opportunity that meets his or her needs, so that we as a community can grow in Torah knowledge and lifestyle.
We also offer education regarding Israel. We explore our history as well as current events. We bring in experts who keep our community abreast of the latest political, social, and economic developments in Eretz Yisrael. Discussions are always lively and thought-provoking and strengthen our ties to our homeland. Our fundraising here in Chicago directly affects Mizrahi institutions in Israel. They include daycare centers, primary and secondary schools, youth and family residential facilities, youth technology centers, technical training colleges, Ulpanot, Hesder Yeshivot, Bnei Akiva Yeshivot, Kibbutzim and Moshavim, as well as community settlements, kolalim, trade schools, old age homes, and institutions of higher learning. Mizrahi also supports cultural and economic institutions.
I would say to somebody who's interested in participating in Jewish destiny, specifically meaning participating in an organization that's helping to build the Jewish homeland, an organization that's fighting for Jewish rights. If you want to be part of a constructive, positive organization, I think the Religious Zionists of Chicago is a unique organization for that purpose.
We are represented in the Knesset. Mizrahi members currently include the Ministers of Education, Religion, Transportation, and the Chairman of the Knesset Law Committee.
Jerusalem, our love will never end.
For 2,000 years, we as Jews have wanted to return to the land that we were forced out of 2,000 years ago. We have continued to say in our prayers that we hope someday that we will return to our land.
If you stand on Shabbat for the Tefillah al-Medina, for the prayer of the State of Israel, you have to be a member of this organization if you mean what you say when you say that Tefillah.
Whenever I say Tefillat HaMedina on Shabbat, I can't tell you what it does for me. That's what wakes me up. This is our people there.
In Israel, we need to have a homeland that is not only our Jewish homeland, but it's our Jewish homeland according to the Torah. And this is what religious Zionism is. In America, we have the ability to be Orthodox, conservative, or Reform. And nobody forces us to do what we don't want to do here. Many Jews, as a result, have moved further and further away. Not only have they moved away from Orthodoxy, they've moved away from Judaism altogether. The only way that we're going to reverse that is by having Jewish people go back to being Orthodox and observing all the old traditions and customs in the religion. And this is why I feel there's only one Zionist organization, and that's Religious Zionism.
Being a member of Mizrachi is devoting your mind and heart to the cause of religious Zionism. It is being rooted in Torah values and lifestyle. It is having an unshakable commitment and devotion to Israel. Mizrachi is a way of life, one that will ensure the future of Judaism for the ages. Become a member of the Mizrachi movement for life.
Welcome back, and I want to thank my guest, Rabbi William Kanter.
Wonderful being here.
And can you give us one final statement about Mizrachi here?
Sure.
We're in Israel's 56th year of existence of 5764. Tell me one last statement about Israel.
What
and
I like to tell people is that the message of Mizrachi, when it comes down to it, is that a Jew's life is not complete unless he's living in Eretz Israel. We have to be here, we have family here, we have financial considerations, but we have to train people that our goal is to be in Eretz Israel according to Halacha.
Very nice. I want to thank Rabbi Kanter. I want to thank each of you for being with us. Remember, we're on every week at this time, and hope to see you next time right here on Tape with Rabbi Doug. Shalom.
שבויה בחלומה, העיר אשר בדד יושבת ובליבה חומה, ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני גיבור, ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור